that's not good. How's it going, everyone? What am I working on today? Well, I got a Volkswagen Tiguan here. Let me shut this off. So this is a 2012 Volkswagen Tiguan 2-liter turbo. And it looks like it's got a pretty hefty oil leak coming from somewhere. And it looks like it probably destroyed the belt in the process. So you can see everything's covered in oil. See it? But now look at the crank pulley. See that? See what that looks like? It's all wrapped up with the belt. I don't know if it got destroyed. It's possible. Common leak points on these. This cover, this timing chain cover, this plastic cover, the gasket leaks on those. It actually leaks on the backside or in the corners. And I think that's a pretty good assumption there. Well, I see oil there, like somebody probably spilled, because another big issue too is people spill oil, overfill it, or pour it in too quick and spill around the outside edges, and that runs down around the front of the motor there. Another leak point is that oil pressure switch that's right there. All right, let's put this thing up in the air and see what we can actually see. Okay, and from under here, as you can see, remnants of the belt. And it's all over the place. And there's the crank. I'm going to take the wheel off in the inner shield here. But as you can see, there's oil everywhere on this. Like I said, that front cover there is a common leak spot. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get this part, verify what's wrong, probably get it outside, wash this thing down as much as possible. I mean, I could do it right here too, it doesn't really matter. But wash this thing down and go from there. So with the wheel off and the fender liner out, as you can see, we have a mess in here. So we're gonna have to clean all of this, but just from me doing a visual on that pulley there, it looks okay. I'm gonna dig in there and pull all of that out that I can. I don't know if I can actually film that while I'm doing it. Might be a little difficult, but then we're gonna have to clean this motor. It's too darn filthy. So I was informed that the customer just wants to put a belt on it and get back on the road. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this air charge tube a little bit. They don't move a lot, but I want to move it a little bit. This way I can get in there and try to get off the rest of this Malachi belt. In case you're wondering what I just said, the Malachi belt, back in the day of the show Happy Days, there was something called the Malachi Crunch. It was in a Demolition Derby episode, and I've just kind of like adapted that to different things here and there. Yeah, okay. Appears that everything I need to worry about has come out. Okay. And here it is. That's the belt. Let me get that down on the floor. Let me get some brake clean and a couple of rubber mats or something so I can clean this up, because this is a gigantic mess. Let's see what I can do here. Hang on a second. Get a bucket too for the floor. Oops, I got a bucket here, or a drain pan, so I'll try to catch as much of this as possible. now, see if I can't get up. The alternator, clean that up as much as possible. I mean, I can only do so much because that's all the customer wants to do. Can't do any more than what they want to do. I mean, you can, but to what point? All right, let's wait for the belt to get here. All right, so now with all of that clean, let's throw this belt in place. I'm not going to be able to film this. I'll just show you this part. You got to tuck this in here on these to get that going in the right position. Now I'm going to have to get my whole self up underneath here to do this. So to try to film it and show you at the same time, impossible for me. So let me get this in place. So there we go. The belt is in place. Let me just take this off. Here. Belt is in place. It's routed to where it needs to be routed. And let me put those 2 bolts back in, and we're going to put the shield back in, and we're going to wrap this up. And hopefully it'll be charging when I'm done, because it wasn't charging before. All right, I did just verify the oil level, so let's go ahead, move this thing back so I can get in it and start it, and make sure everything's good. There you can see the new belt in place. Like to roll them back, make my life a little bit easier. Battery light was on because it wasn't charging. See there, they're just to the left of the tack needle. Okay, it's off. That is all the customer wants to do. They're on a road trip to Mississippi, so okay, I can only do what they want me to do. So that's fixed, so they can go on their way. I did check the oil. I don't know if I mentioned that. I did check the oil. The oil's actually okay. Anyway, that's it. She doesn't want to bother checking the check engine light, nothing like that. So, all right. That's about it. Hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.